Hey, this is Mike Montre, and you are listening to Danny Coleman's Rock on Radio.
All right, listen up, lady.
Yes, sir.
First you try to deafen me, and now I can barely hear it. I give you all these new toys to
I know,
play
and I'm
with.
playing with them. They're very pretty. I love them.
Producer Claire is here
I'm a little short.
tonight on Rock on Radio. Well, you're sitting in,
A different chair.
yeah. I
I
don't.
feel like I'm.
That's much more comfortable.
It is. Tell you.
I tried offering you that chair. On
I know, but it's
multiple
weird
occasions.
because I like to be above, and now I'm below.
I've always said you look down upon me.
Oh, poor thing.
Madison, our social media maven,
Yes.
is missing.
She's not missing. It was a
Yeah.
very bad storm tonight.
I put her on a milk carton already. Put her
Missing Madison, the social media maven.
correct.
Okay. No munchies tonight.
I think when she called me, she sounded distressed.
She almost got hit by like 3 trees.
Well, that's why I got an all points bulletin out for her. Yes, we are experiencing our first real storm of the season
Yeah.
here in the Sourland Mountains.
Going to have
this
a
evening.
30-degree drop by tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's going
I
to be
may
cold.
drop before this program's over.
It's
You never
true.
know. Get the, there's a one of them there, defibrillators over there. Make sure you can. Shh, clear.
You're going to need it?
Yeah, I might need a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Rock on Radio. I am your host, Danny Coleman. Rock on Radio is brought to you by our newest sponsors. Code 3,
Animal Rescue Transport.
excellent.
Think CART. C-A-R-T.
Oh, okay. Code 3, Animal Rescue Transport.
Ding, 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 ding.
See, I finally got it
You
right.
got it.
You'll never guess what the sponsor does. It's really cool. They can teach dogs and cats how to fly helicopters.
And if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. They transport rescue animals
Oh, well, that
all up and
explains
down
that.
the East Coast. And yeah.
And they have a division called Husky House. So I went there and they wouldn't let me in. They're like, you're not the right kind of husky. You got to go.
You're too husky.
Ah. Well, we want to welcome them aboard as a sponsor of Rock on Radio. Producer Claire, you did an event
I did.
at our other favorite sponsor.
Mhm.
Well, my favorite. Well, perhaps one of my. I have so many favorites.
That's true.
It's very difficult to say.
Pick. Mhm.
Right. So, but you did an event
I
with
did.
the Black Hawk helicopters at
Had a brewski with a husky.
yes,
Tinderberg
at the
Brewery.
Spring Fling in Bordentown City this past weekend.
Yes, it was very fun. It was very sunny. I got a little burnt. But yeah, everybody was lovely. The Husky House is they're affiliated with Code 3. Code 3 provides all the transports, but the Husky House actually does all the adoptions. So 5 huskies or 5 rescue animals were there. And people got to see them and meet them. So Maverick, he was 8. And then there was Rain, and I'm going to forget them all. Franny was there.
Which one flew the helicopter?
Mark.
Mark. That would be our sponsor.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was nice. And then they brought in other he was like coordinating the flights up from North Carolina while we were doing the event. So there was rescues happening all over the place.
Wow.
He multitasked.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good. A beautiful day in Bordentown. It was, people
So they
were
import
crowded.
Alaskan dogs from North Carolina?
No. He doesn't just do Husky House. He works with all the different rescues in the state. And even in Delaware and stuff. So he's the one that transports them, and they get distributed wherever they're needed.
And you said
go.
they have a nice new van now?
Yeah, I think that's going to be at the Rock to Adopt. I think he's going to be a sponsor of the Rock to Adopt. So
I think we may have to.
you'll see the van there. And actually, it's going to be in the parade well, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, because Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah. It's going to be the Hamilton one.
Is
on
it?
Nottingham Way. Yeah, I think they're always in there. I think they're going to put the new truck in. Either that or he's driving the Husky House truck, because there's 2 different trucks. So.
May have to commandeer that truck.
What?
Road trip.
Oh, gosh. It's filled with cages in the back for animals, so I don't know if you want that.
I'm not even going to say the things I could possibly say. You know what I mean, Al? All right, good.
Don't say it.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't say
Right.
it.
You know what I mean, Cindy? You're right there? Good. We have a
It's her
studio
birthday.
audience of Cindy tonight.
No, it's her birthday.
And it's her birthday. Yay for Cindy! Hey.
She wants cake.
She wants cake?
Yeah.
Well, I was
She's
not
patient.
foretold of her.
I know. Well, it's nice. She's very patiently waiting for cake
Well-
that she deserves.
How do you feel about letting a husky fly you in a helicopter somewhere? All right. Call Mark. Get that. Let's make that
it
happen.
happen.
Code 3, Animal Rescue Transport.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Woohoo.
Took me 10 years to get Kenny Siegel's song title right, and you talking. It's only been a couple
It's
weeks.
not a human. We're not only human. Not. I just
It
don't
looks
even know.
human.
It looks human.
Thank you very much. Correct. And our other new sponsor is touring singer Terry Burke. And-
Terry Barber.
Or Terry Barber. I'm sorry. I got that one wrong.
Because he's he does Freddie Mercury.
Terry does a Freddie Mercury stage show. It's not a tribute, but he has an album called Reimagined Mercury, and they just recently did some shows. But he's a very, I don't want to say famous, or I guess he is famous. I had never heard of him till this point, but he's doing a show where he's actually like the halftime show at a FIFA World Cup event in Mexico City, with a tenor from Canada and a tenor from Mexico. So it's called the Three Americas. So they'll be doing that. That's Terry Barber. There you go. O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of East Hampton, Mount Holly, New Jersey, the official caterers of Rock on Radio. Lillipie's of Princeton. They are inside the Princeton Shopping Center at 301 North Harrison Street, and they are the official dessert provider
Yes, they are.
of Rock on Radio. Jen makes beautiful little tiny hand grenades of happiness, and I eat them until I explode. Yes, that's how that happens at Lillipie's of Princeton. Tyndall Road Brewery, which is where the Huskies were getting hammered before they flew the helicopters.
There's a lot of H's there.
Yeah, I'm into alliteration tonight.
I see.
See? Yeah. There's always a lot of illiteracy going on. But alliteration with Tyndall Road Brewery. Yes, the official beer provider of Rock on Radio. Go
Ask
to their
for-
location at 102 Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown City and ask for Danny's Pick. And they will hand you a lovely peanut butter stout called, or peanut butter chocolate stout called PB Crack.
With a K.
Crack, K-R-A-K. It is on the menu as Danny's Pick. Go in there and tell them you heard about it on Rock on Radio. And then step back, because, no, I'm okay. I don't owe Marcy any money or anything, so
No,
we're good to
we're
go. But, yeah, we had a big event there to do that beer pick.
Yep. Oh, and I have the emails for you.
Emails.
You have to
Oh,
type in
okay.
emails.
Yeah, we had about, how many people we have there that night? 50? 60?
I printed out 40 ballots and we
They all went?
through them.
And
And there was
people-
I could have gone more. So yeah. It's a nice crowd.
Okay. I did I ever tell you what happened that night? So there's these 2 women who came in early, and they were sitting at the bar,
Okay.
and they were chit-chatting a little bit. And they wound up sitting in the far back corner of the establishment.
Okay. By the door.
No, the other side.
Oh.
Yeah, back there by the door, but if you're looking at the door from inside, all the way to the left.
Oh, okay.
So as I was wandering aimlessly throughout this microbrew, which I'm prone to do at times, as I'm wandering aimlessly through the thing, they called me over. They said, we have an oddball question for you.
perfect because you're
I
an
said,
oddball.
well, that's what I said. I said, perfect. I'm odd. And they said, do you shower facing the shower or away from the shower? And the younger of the two said, it's kind of a TikTok trend. People want to know. So then we got into this whole big discussion about how we shower.
Oh my goodness.
What was the answer?
Well, the younger of the two ladies
Mm-hmm.
agreed with me. I said, well, I have to shower with my back to the shower because I have a bad back and the warm water loosens it up. And she said I have to do the same thing because I don't like the water hitting my face. To which part the older woman said, well, then how do you clean your face? And it became a whole debate.
Well, you turn back around. You don't stand there.
Exactly.
You make it quick.
But I'm not sure who those ladies were, but the one that was older,
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was, like, when I say older, I thought maybe in her late 50s. She was like 72 years old. I was like, holy cow. I said, what are you, a vampire?
I'll shower the way she showers.
Right?
Yeah, right. Maybe
What
she has
water are you using to shower? So, yeah, Tyndall Road Brewery. We had a very good event there that night. Many thanks once again to Monk and Monk for providing the entertainment. So that was fantastic. Yeah, New Jersey Stage Magazine. Go to newjerseystage.com, where you could be listening to this show right now on the penguinrocks.com. You can access that through New Jersey Stage just by going to newjerseystage.com, clicking on radio shows. Scroll down till you see Danny Coleman's Rock on Radio, and that will take you to the Penguin Rocks. We are also coming to you from the two-track studios of, or studio, they only have the one, studio of Deco Entertainment. And we are experiencing our first Sourlands thunderstorm of the year, so that's always fun. But this is a soundproof room, like I said, and when you know what's bad when you can hear the thunder outside. Or the Huskies buzzing the house in the Black Hawk helicopter, which has been prone to happen in the
True.
past. So, Deco Entertainment, go to decoentertainment.com, and you can also hear this show. There are the two stations that carry it, as well as mixcloud.com/thepenguin, 7 o'clock, which is now, or past now, but, you know, that's how we do that. AsburyParkVibes.com. Go there if you are a band, solo artist, realtor, anybody who is looking for a photographer to perhaps do headshots, live footage, photos for your website, press releases, bios for your websites. Go to AsburyParkVibes.com. Make sure you tell Diane that Danny Coleman sent you. And then when you tell her that, duck. So,
No, stop.
Diane. We were just talking about Diane on the way up here.
Yep.
She is a sweetheart because we were debating on, you know, if there's some things that are up in the air with Asbury Park Vibes, but the Christmas party may be in jeopardy.
Maybe. We have to find a home for it.
I know that's only like 7 months away, but
Gotta start
that'll
thinking
be
about
here soonly.
it. Very true.
Correct. AsburyParkVibes.com. Phoenix Art Supply and Framing. They are located on Route 611, otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And I guess we're out of the Music Fest because I see they put a lineup and everything out, and it's coming up like next week, June 6th
yep.
or whatever it is.
Yep.
And nobody has reached out to us yet. And I reached out to Heather and never heard back from her.
Oh, well.
She didn't even want to come in and talk it up this year.
No, maybe. Maybe next year.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe I'll just block her from now on.
Let's just do the next one.
I would not do that to Heather.
No.
I've known Heather too long. But I hope she's okay.
It's true.
Unusual. But we will be emceeing the Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Festival in Long Branch on August the 29th. Go to jsjbf.org and see what the foundation has in store for you there. The Long Branch Jazz and Blues Festival, sponsored by the Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation. It gets kind of confusing for me sometimes. I got to get that out there. I look forward to that on August 29th at Pier 10, I guess that is the lawn. The
Great
Great Lawn.
Lawn of Long Branch.
Right across from Rooney's. Same side of the street as Rooney's, that amphitheater there and in Long Branch. Great day. It starts at, I believe it's
Noon.
12 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Goes till about 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
What was that ice cream joint we went to?
I don't know. Was it Carvel?
No, the one we went with the Zemlarian and the blind
yeah,
squirrel.
Yeah. That was a cool place.
Yeah, I
that
like
was
that place.
that was north of Long Branch, I think.
Yeah, I just followed them.
Yes.
We'll have
That's
to.
true.
I have
I did
not
too.
spoken. Have you spoken with the Zemlarian?
No, we have to reconnect.
I've not spoken with her or the blind squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I went to Clarksdale and told Cricket that I needed
I talked to her since
step
then.
it up, I have not.
Oh well. Sorry.
Typical.
Snooze, you lose.
Mm-hmm. I lose. I don't snooze. But yes. Dee Dee's Lights. Dee Dee is the official chandler of Rock On Radio. She makes all of our candles that go into all of our gift baskets and that we burn with pride wherever they are. Where do you keep yours? Oh, you keep yours in the Shelley Fabre room.
In my library.
In the library.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. All right. Mine is next to my bed. Then I got a whole box of them on a shelf. I got to keep them in a climate-controlled area.
That's true.
If I keep them on
They
my
don't
back
melt.
porch, they'll melt. If I keep them, they'll freeze. Sort of. I don't want the glass to break. But anyway, Chandler, go to DeeDee'sLights.com and you can see everything Dee Dee does with her fantastic candles. Am I forgetting anybody, Claire?
Socks.
Oh, Tina. That's right. Sinister Footwear. Go to sinisterfw.com and check out the fantastically wild and crazy socks that Tina sells. And I myself have a couple of pair of the Marvin the Martian socks. And if you decide to purchase any, you can use the promo code DCR Get 10% off at checkout for that. And that's it. Right.
That's
Here
it.
we go again.
Sorry.
And how can they find us, Claire?
You go to DCROR.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's RockOnRadio.com.
Correct. Facebook is Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio, the number 2. Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2. And Instagram at Rock On Radio, all one word, all capital letters. So our guests have traveled many moons to
Yes,
the
they have.
hinterlands of the Sourlands.
This is the first time they've been out this way. Very
They
exciting.
have traveled so far that they're spending the night in Lambertville.
Well, it's also her birthday. I mean, it's nice to have a night out for your birthday. So, yeah,
And it's the best you got for her, huh?
two birds.
You brought her here?
I did.
Okay. Well, afterwards, it gets better, Cindy. Don't worry about it. Happy birthday. Now,
Two birds, one stone.
so please welcome Zeke, Maria, and Al of the Zeke Carey Band Acoustic Flannel version. Yay! Oh, no, I forgot what I said I was going to call it.
So did I.
I think it did good.
Yeah.
For the purposes of this, you are Zeke.
That's perfect. That works.
That's fantastic. How are you guys? You guys traveled a long way, too.
Yeah, about an hour and a half to get here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hour and a half.
In a storm.
Well, and the storm too. In the storm, it got real funky in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But most of it wasn't so bad. We just saw it.
Yeah. Coming
Driving
at
into
you.
it.
Yeah.
the wind. It was the wind that was the killer. The
It was
wind was
crazy.
really blowing hard.
Yeah, blew half the hair off the top of my head since the last time you saw me.
All right.
Are we going with that today?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. That's why I ran to the truck.
You did, huh?
So you are here. Why?
Just to see your hair.
Nice.
No, we're here just.
You borrow a microscope?
Haven't seen you in a while. We have a couple things coming up, and we just like getting the word out on things that are happening with us, and we'd like to keep our a toe in the water. And if you have to drive an hour and a half to get to a nice place like this to put the toe in the water, then I guess that's all right.
That's fantastic. Well, you do have some new music,
Yeah.
and it's a different
It's
music. It's not electrified, really.
no,
right?
it's more. Yeah, it's more acoustic. We're going with a really pared down. I want to do a lot more pared down thing than we do with the electric band and recording and all that good stuff. And it's just it's simpler too, right? I mean, you only have vocals and some like 2 acoustic guitars, and that's it. Really sparse, and let the acoustics ring out a little bit instead of trying to jam, a lot of other stuff into it. Just want to break the songs down as best we could.
All right. So before we get into all of that, let's tell. I mean, I know a little bit about you, but my listeners know even less. So let's talk about you. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I was raised in Bergen County, New
Okay.
Jersey, up in Oradell, a little town called Oradell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've traveled all over the place. I used to work in Manhattan for a number of years, and then left to go to the San Francisco Bay Area for a number of years, and then came back.
Oh, I
home.
didn't know you were out there.
Yeah, I was out there for about 4 years in the late 80s.
Okay.
And my brother was out there, so it was easy to, hey, Tim, I'm coming over. I'm going to try it out for a little bit. So that was good. And it was a lot of fun. It was really expensive to live out there now. I still have friends out there and whatnot. It's tough. But I loved it out there. I love San Francisco Bay Area. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Were you in San Francisco itself, or?
There's a little town north of San Francisco called Sausalito.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Sausalito. I actually started in Berkeley, went to Piermont, went to the beach on Alameda, and then went to Sausalito.
Oh, okay.
So,
I went out there in '89,
oh yeah.
right before I had come home a couple weeks, or about a month before that big earthquake that
Oh, yeah.
stopped the World Series and the Bay Bridge collapsed.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking I was just on that bridge like a month ago.
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
how I got. That's how I got to work every day. I mean, if we didn't at that time, I was working for the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum.
I went there too.
Then you had one of my hot dogs.
That's why I went over that bridge. One of your hot dogs?
Yeah.
There
I
you
was
go.
the food concessionaire. I was the concessions manager actually back then in the
Oh,
late
no
80s,
kidding.
when the Oakland A's were terrific. They were fantastic, right? So we actually had the night off because the game was in. We did the first 2 games in Oakland, and then that night of the earthquake, it was in Candlestick.
Right.
So it was across the bay. So we had the night off. So a buddy of mine I work with, we went fishing up in Point Reyes Lighthouse, which is about 25, 30, maybe even more miles north along the ocean, north of San Francisco. And we didn't feel a thing. We were coming home. He had this little Fiat 124 Spider, those little convertibles that fell apart every 15 feet. So we had the top down, and we're driving back from fishing. We were surf casting all day because we worked real hard for 2 days, and we wanted to get back, to watch the game. We're driving down. I turn on the radio, and there's nothing going on. So I'm looking at him going, not even the radio works in this thing. Not even the radio works in this thing. So what happened is I left it up, because it wasn't working anyway. So, and it was on a channel, and the more we're coming into closer to the Sausalito area, in the metro area, all of a sudden you hear like static happening. It's like Bay Bridge, Bay Bridge is down, and we're all, what's going on? What's going on? This should be the game. We have it at the station. The game was supposed to be on, and they're like the Bay Bridge major earthquake, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe it. And sure enough, we drove into. That night, it was one of the coolest, almost realistic science fiction settings, because we lived just like a block up from the water in Sausalito. So we just walked down to the water's edge, and 5:04 is when it struck. So we were there on 5:20, 6 o'clock by the time we got home. And the whole bay, we were on the water, and the whole bay was going dark. There was no power anywhere, so you didn't see any lights. The only thing you saw looking across San Francisco were these tremendous fires burning in the district. I can't remember, in the Marina district. It was just, we saw it eerie, like sci-fi, no lights anywhere, and you just saw these gigantic fires Man,
My-
that's crazy.
My parents were in Napa Valley, and they had gone out. They were there, and they had to drive back into San Francisco to their hotel in pitch black. And he said the guy who was doing the wine tour, like, they felt it. And the guy turns white as a sheet and starts pouring himself wine and downing. And she's like, "Well, you're from California. Don't you know earthquake?" He goes, "I just moved here 2 months ago." And he was like terrified, like they were. So
Yeah, it was crazy.
it was wild.
But
so.
beyond that, I love the Bay Area.
Yeah.
No, I went out to Salton Sea, about 60 miles southwest or east of Palm Springs.
Oh, okay.
It's one of these deals where it's all desert, and you see the mountains off in the distance, so everything looks like behind Dodger Stadium. You
Right,
know?
right.
And I'm out there emceeing a benefit for homeless veterans. So, like 8 o'clock in the morning, I hear this loud bang. I wake up, and the woman whose house it was I was staying at, all of a sudden I hear on my bedroom door, and she's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, what the heck was that?" It woke me up. She goes, "Oh, good. You just experienced your first earthquake." I'm like, "I was sleeping."
Yeah.
I experienced an earthquake. I saw a desert rat, a windstorm, and the biggest tumbleweed I've ever seen in Palm Springs that actually blocked traffic.
Wow.
And I had an In-N-Out burger.
There you go.
Wow.
See?
So it
I
was
had a full
so-
schedule.
So it was successful. It was
So you
successful
can die
desert.
happy.
Yeah.
Correct. So, and now you're in Tom's River, right? You said?
Tom's River, yeah. We came back, and I was living up in Pompton Lakes with Maria for about 7 or 8 years. And then we just moved down 3 years ago down to the Jersey Shore, which
Okay.
we're loving it. We're beach people, so
Yeah. It's nice to
Beautiful.
be able to just get up and go to the beach.
Right?
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
A
Nice.
little
Well,
more in the summer.
Yeah.
well, there you go, Maria. Go ahead. Take over. What's your story?
I don't have a story.
Everybody
No,
has
no.
a story.
Well, I used to do a lot of background vocal studio work. I grew up in Bergen County also.
Okay.
I don't know. Did the whole circuit in the 80s with Walt Whitney. And that's it, really.
That's it. So you just like woke up one morning and said, "I'm going to be a singer."
I've
I'm
been
gonna
singing
do the
since I was
circuit.
since I was little.
Did you?
My
Okay.
mom was a bookkeeper at a nursing home, so I used to go to work with her sometimes. And then somewhere along the line, I started doing nursing home shows when I was little, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then I corralled my friends to do
cool.
it with me. Nobody played any instruments at the time. It was like kind of like karaoke because, but
Right.
that wasn't around. You just turn the sing over the person. Silly stuff.
Oh, how we have progressed.
That's right. But that was ingenious. So that's good. That's very
It was fun.
resourceful.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure the old people didn't have
Did-
any care.
No, they
They
loved
loved
it.
it, I'm sure.
They loved it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And how old were you back then?
I guess I must have been like maybe 12-ish.
Right, so that's a cute thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
loved
You know,
it. Yeah.
like and then yeah. What is that? That's high school, right?
No,
12?
that would be junior
no,
high.
probably
Junior
like
high?
7th, 8th
Sixth
grade.
grade.
Eighth grade.
Yeah,
So
sixth, I
yeah,
think,
so
yeah.
maybe from then maybe through freshman year in high school.
But you sang
We
at
we
chur-
do we
church,
brought
too.
like when we got into yes. When we got into the high school, then we brought the plays. We'd bring a play.
Oh, fun. Yeah, that's
Oh,
fun.
nice.
That was fun.
Now, do
We'd
you,
have a
do you
piano player.
other than your voice, is there any other instruments on your repertoire?
No, I took piano lessons. I couldn't accompany myself. I could if you gave me music, I could sit down and maybe in a week figure out how to play it.
Maybe in a week. So you didn't.
So I know how
you
to read
didn't
music
sight
and all
read
that.
at all. Is what you're
Well,
telling
I
me.
did with singing.
Right.
You know, I had a partner. We used to take voice lessons back to back. You know, in Teaneck, and that take the bus there, and then we used to take theory lessons.
Oh, cool.
So we would. Part of the theory was sight singing. So she'd have the Bach chorale in front of her, and she'd be playing the piano, and we would be standing behind her and reading the tenor and the soprano part. Not
Oh,
tenor,
okay.
alto rather.
All right, so you read music. Then.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, just haven't done it in years. It'd take me forever. now.
The Bach chorale is far better than the OK chorale.
Yes.
Oh boy, that was bad. But I laughed, so hey,
You did.
that's why you keep me around.
Al.
I grew up in Bergen County in Dumont, New Jersey. I went to school at St. Mary's and then Dumont High. And I went to University of Tampa where I got a degree in music education.
Nice.
Came out of there and played music professionally from 1975 until present day. And in about, after I think I was 40 years old, I got a teaching job at Clara E. Coleman School in Glen Rock. Taught there for 25 years. And went back to school, got a master's degree. I met these guys at Wawa. I was playing out in front of Wawa for hamburger meat or something. No, actually, I met Zeke at a celebration of life. And
That's true.
and then we met at another bar where his band was playing and my band was playing. And my band is No Discipline, a reggae group formed in 1981. And we have 17 original CDs, all original music.
Fun.
We still play. I've been together 44 summers and lost a few members. And it's still good, though. I still love reggae. And then I just love playing with Zeke and Maria and Zeke's band.
Now, is
So-
that you loved reggae? Were you? Did you listen to that a lot?
Oh,
as a
yeah. I
kid,
was
or
inspired.
What drew you to reggae?
I was driving around the city with this guy Marimaldi, and Bob Marley came on the radio. It must have been like 1974 or 3 or 5, something a long time ago. Well, I must have been out of college, so it was probably 76. And I said, I'm going to play this music because I was already a musician. I already had a degree in music and played guitar and piano, trombone, trumpet. I played everything, but
Do you still?
I still do.
Okay.
Yeah, I
good.
still do. I taught violin, flute, cello, viola, trumpet, saxophone, trombone, and percussion in the elementary school. I had a big band. The kids,
What did you teach them?
I taught them music
Oh.
we used standards of excellence. I don't know.
I'm laughing because you said I taught trombone, trumpet.
taught them
violin. I'm
everything.
Thinking, well, all right, what'd you teach these things to do? I mean,
I would
it's like
teach
flying.
them-
That's like flying dogs.
I would
helicopters.
teach them how to play those instruments like champions. And then I had a couple
Excellent.
of kids that went to Juilliard.
Ooh,
Wow.
They were
nice.
awesome. They were awesome musicians. These kids in 4th grade could play Mozart concertos. They were unbelievable.
Wow.
And that was absolutely my doing. No, it had nothing to do with me. But when they
That's our
interviewed,
story, Al, and we're sticking to
yeah,
it.
well, I'll stick to it. When they interviewed the one musician, she said, "Elementary school with Mr. Bazaz was my favorite thing."
Oh,
And she's a world-class touring player.
Wow.
That's
Julia
great.
Choi
Nice.
is her name. Yeah,
So
she's
nice.
amazing.
You're so sweet.
Now-
Well, you know what? I was 40 when I started to teach, so I'd already had a lot of patience. You know, and
Imagine.
I already had all those years of professional playing. So I made stuff fun for kids. We had a great time. One of my colleagues got me into orchestral work method.
Oh,
Probably,
okay.
I don't know if you know anything about
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but Gunnar Kietmann and Karl Orff came up with a
Carl
method.
Orff.
Yeah, he's a Nazi probably, but you know.
There you go.
But you know, he said he was Swiss. Anyway, they had a great approach to teaching music, words, music, drama, acting, dancing. So for elementary school, instead of
Both
the,
of my kids had Orff concerts
oh
when
no
they were
kidding,
in elementary
it's
school.
awesome.
Yeah.
I had all the Orff instruments, and you know, I just love music, honestly.
Oh, good.
And I write a lot of music.
He writes
My
a lot.
YouTube page has over 300 original songs, and then the No Discipline has about 100 songs on there. So I just love
That's
music.
great.
I
Well,
love music,
I
and
wish-
I love playing with these guys.
I
'cause,
wish more people had that
you know
enthusiasm.
they're great musicians, and you know.
Does it sadden you at all, Al, when you look at like music and with children? Things began. You know, the first thing they always cut
It's
in
music.
the school budgets are the arts.
Mhm.
They never cut the sports or it's rare that they cut this. It's always the arts.
Yep.
Most kids would be given the opportunity once they got into 3rd or 4th grade to play the violin, the saxophone, or the drum, the snare drum,
Yeah.
or whatever. And now they really don't. I mean, I still see some kids go by my house to catch a school bus with a trombone case or a violin case.
I started them in 3rd grade, the violin. So I had like 30 violinists, by
Wow.
5th grade. And then I started the ukulele program.
That's always
One
fun.
of the parents came to me and said, "We have some money. We'd like to buy you some guitars." And I said, because he knows I'm a guitarist. And I said, these little kids would do better with ukulele. And I started on ukulele when I was like 7 years old. So he said, "Here's the money. Buy the ukuleles."
Cool.
So I bought like 35 ukuleles, and I started a program. 4th and 5th graders played ukulele.
That's
And it was awesome. The kids really got into it. I made all kinds of original music and charts of all kinds of easy songs for them to play. And, and then they put me in charge of doing it for the whole district. And I had the other teachers. We had a big meeting, and I said, "Order these. Get, I got tons of charts if you need handwritten charts." And it ended up being one of my most enjoyable things because it
That's
was
fantastic.
ukulele,
Yeah.
And
that's
because,
fun.
and then you turn around and you have a student all these years later say that music class. That's
was
why
the most
you do
touching,
Right.
And then I have seen people that I taught that are now 20, and they're unbelievable players. I'm like, whoa, they're accomplished.
Well, and to know that you were their inspiration or guided them to the point where they didn't want to just
Yeah.
give it up.
I had a
you
lot
know?
of fun. I have to admit, I had a great time.
Oh, good for you.
I was blessed to get a job in my town where I was 1 mile to I couldn't even finish a song on the radio. I'd get in the car in the morning and I'd have to sit in the parking lot and finish the song.
So what happened at this Wawa that you two bumped into each other?
But we'll have to save that for another show.
Ooh.
I was eating a hoagie. And
I don't know how we met, and
You said a
been-
celebration of life?
yeah, and
We met at a
I've been a
celebration.
fan of his, and he really is an amazing songwriter.
oh,
and,
thank you. So is he. I mean, we're both.
But every day he puts stuff out on Facebook and YouTube, and it's just not. It's not your average original music. It's really well written. It's really heartfelt. Everything comes from the heart from him, and he's great to be around, and he's just as inspirational. But he's great.
That
to,
keeps Zeke honest over there,
But he's just the genuine article, and people like that are, when you find people like that, you kind of want to stay around them.
We're so lucky because the Zeke Carey Band is just a great combination of different styles of music.
Yeah.
And it all comes
It
together.
all comes together.
It's so great.
like a beautiful
Maria's got
stew.
the most unbelievable singing voice you've ever heard.
Now I think the first time I saw you was in either like Morristown or some 5K race or something for charity. It's got to be about
Yeah, probably.
14, 15 years ago. You were
Probably.
doing an outdoor gig,
Yeah.
and I don't think you were involved
No.
then.
No. I knew you when you did that gig. I remember you telling me you were going to that gig.
Oh. Wow, I don't remember what I had for
But
breakfast.
we weren't
I'm okay with
together
that.
yet. We weren't together yet.
Ah,
Those were the good days.
That was not my voice.
wow.
Those were the good days.
That's Al's voice, not mine.
Why don't you just
Listen.
call her Yoko?
Oh, man.
No, she was with Zeke way before I was with Zeke. So.
Yes,
Oh.
but we actually knew each other from a
I
long
knew
time
Maria
from,
from
the
her
80s.
first band, the Walt Whitney Band. I used to go see Walt in the city, and Maria was killing it, And then that ended, and it just, I don't know, kismet. We met each other, and it's been so good. It's
really-
been
Very organic.
one thing about the Zeke Carey Band, it's a joyful night. There's nobody that comes to play is like, oh man, what's there no food? What are we doing here? Oh, we're not making any money. Well, we never do make any money, but that's okay.
It's an
No, we do
original
make
act.
money sometimes, but
We do.
we just love to play.
We do.
And at this life stage for me, that's joyful.
Oh, yeah.
That's joyful.
It's
Correct.
fun.
You
It's
know.
fun. I don't remember that.
And we play original songs in a bar, and people are like, "Wow, what song was that?" I was like, "Yeah, it was an original song." They're like, "Oh man, that was a great song."
That's always a
That's
good
what really
feeling,
works.
too.
And when we play out with this band lineup like this, or with the electric band, we're doing probably 80% original music.
Yeah.
That people really love and gravitate towards and ask for music, the original music. I used to play biker bars way back when, starting out up on Route 23 up in I can't remember where it is, up in northern New Jersey, and it was like one of my first gigs ever. I'm like, I'm playing a biker bar. I'm like, okay, I never played a biker bar. Haven't really played a bar, So I'm like, am I going to be killed? Anyway, because 60% of the music back then was original, and even the guys sitting in with me, and it wasn't my band, I was sitting in with them, and the guy on guitar, Lou Levy, said to me, he goes, "It doesn't matter what kind of music you play, as long as you play it good. They don't care what it is. They just don't want it to sound."
Yeah, Z Carey Band's very good band. People can't even believe we're not famous. People go, "Wow." Zeke and I, and I'm not sure if Maria was there. We went to the Hilltop to do an open mic thing, and we played 2 or 3 songs, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And when we came off, this guy looked at me. He goes, "We should have paid money for that. That was unbelievable." So I'm not.
great.
Don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but we're good at music.
We have fun.
We're good at
Yeah.
music.
We have
Well, why
fun.
don't we do it
Yeah.
tune
Yeah, let's
now?
Sure. Let's do.
Then we'll come back and quiz Cindy.
Okay. Get her a microphone over there.
Yeah.
Let's do a song. This is a song I wrote for Maria to sing. It wasn't like for Maria, like I wrote it about Maria or anything. It was just for her to sing. So one of her favorite artists of all time is Sarah Vaughan out of Newark, New Jersey, the jazz singer, and she loves her. And for the longest time, I thought I have to write her a song. I have to. And sometimes when you push a song, it really doesn't happen. Sometimes it's better to wait organically for a song to hit you. So I'm in the basement of our house in Pompton Lakes, and I'm playing. This is kind of weird. This happened. I'm playing foosball with my harmonica player, Pat Matsuro, who's an amazing harmonica player, right in the middle of a foosball game. If you think about inspiration, where it comes from or what it does or how it gets inside your head, lightning bolt or not lightning bolt. And right there, right in the middle of a highly contested foosball game, this song just popped into my head, and I literally just went, I got to go upstairs. He's like, "What?" "No, we're finishing this game." I go, I got to go upstairs. I need like 10 minutes, but I have to go upstairs. And he's like, "Ah." So he went outside and whatever. And I went upstairs for 10 minutes in the bedroom, and this song literally fell out of my head. Words, music, everything, melody, right away. Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes it happens like that. It's fun when it happens like that. But so this is a song. Sarah Vaughan's nickname was Sassy. That was her nickname in the business, was Sassy. So I wrote this song called Sassy. So this is it. I'll be quiet now.
When I come home, feeling broken and tired, there's just one thing that I desire. I drop the needle down, whatever Lola wants. When she goes low, I go lower. When she goes high, I get high. I don't know what she does to me, misty or eternally, or how important can it be. Me and Sarah Vaughan, me and Sarah Vaughan got something going on. Me and Sarah Vaughan, I drop the needle down. Autumn in New York. When it gets late, I make myself comfortable. When it gets dark, so dark I cannot see, I don't know what she does to me. Banana boat song, oh say lovey. I'm singing with Sarah Vaughan and she's singing with me. Me and Sarah Vaughan. Me and Sarah Vaughan got something going on. Me and Sarah Vaughan, I drop the needle down. Autumn in New York.
Maria Whitney.
Nice.
Thank you.
Woo!
Maria Whitney.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
I think I need a
Danny's
cigarette.
having a problem. Doesn't even know what to say.
That cigar would take much too long. A cigarette probably work better. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
What
Look
a voice,
at you
right?
getting
Oh,
all
yeah. Woo.
getting all sultry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it happens like that.
The sexy song.
Nice. Nice. Now, okay. So let's stay. I'll stay on with Maria on this topic.
Sure.
I get sent new music daily. If I pull up my email here, I can show you probably a dozen songs that have come in over the last 24 to 36 hours.
Okay.
Play my music, play my music. Some from publishing companies, some from just bands that are trying to get themselves heard, type of deal. And for those people who listen and think I don't listen, I'm telling you, I listen to everything you send me.
That's nice.
Unless it's a Spotify link, then I don't even bother. But other than that, I listen to everything. MP3s, box drop, or Dropbox, any kind of downloadable link, I will download it and listen because who knows what you're going to find, right?
Yeah.
And I've spoken about it probably far too many times on this program. But every time I get a song from a young artist, female, they all sound the same.
Really.
They all have that, like they're gasping for air type of sound. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
Or they try to. They just all sound the same, and it's like, what a shame. All these the music is fantastic and the lyrics are great, and why do you sing it that way? Nobody belts out a tune or uses dynamics like you just did in that song to show what their voice has. They all try to sound like what the record companies are making every pop star
Right.
sound like.
Right.
And I listen to it and I think to myself, that's okay, and I either download it and respond, yeah, I'll play this, or I don't download it and I just say thank you for sending. But I can't. Now, granted, what I like doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else
Right.
is going to like, and vice versa. But if it's just frustrating to hear all these young girls with these fantastic voices just sing the same way. And I mean, do you notice
Well,
that trend
yes.
as well?
I mean, I don't know how young. I mean, there are a lot of
Like,
new or
look, I'm
newer-
110, so anywhere between like
Well, like
Between
you're talking about like
15 and 30.
right. Yeah,
Right.
I don't really know much about what's out there right now.
Okay.
You know,
All right,
like-
so
like
you're not
on a-
aware
on a-
of the
right. No,
okay.
I'm not.
All right, then I shouldn't have asked you that
Just-
question.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well, it's kind of breathy. That's all. It just tends to be really,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just,
like they're breathy and they're like just I don't know. Where are the Sarah Vaughns of today and the
right here.
Well,
There's some
So
jazz
what
singers.
about
you know, but
Lake
they're
Street
jazz
Dive?
singers.
Lake Street
what's
Dive.
Just a
what's her name?
small, you know.
Have you seen her?
Who?
I can't remember her name.
Lake
the
Street
Lake
Dive.
Street Dive.
The female vocalist at Lake Street Dive is
She's young.
amazing. Oof.
Absolutely
Amazing.
amazing.
she
Right.
sings.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there are a lot of good
She kills
young
it.
jazz artists.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a small market.
Well,
Yeah.
because they can't get rich off it, they
Right.
don't pursue it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you pursue if you're going to be a jazz singer or a blues singer, you pursue that because you love
That's it.
the art,
Yep.
not
Right.
because you're trying to audition for American Idol or
right.
something like that. So.
Yeah.
But oh, speaking of American Idol, I told you. Never mind. I talked to Jake Thistle the other day.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Jake did very well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did very well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we know the guy who gave him guitar lessons. Is a good friend of ours.
Oh yeah,
Dave
Who is it?
Gellis.
Dave Gellis.
Gallus.
Gillis.
He was in Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
He's in Blood, Sweat, and Tears for like 30 years, and he
And
was Meatloaf's guitar
killer
player.
guitar
Oh,
player.
That's
very
probably
right,
where I know him
yes.
from.
Yeah.
Guy's
Not
amazing.
that I wouldn't know from, because a friend of mine's son is now the next lead singer of Blood. He's been singing
cool.
lead for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Sam Ryan.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
He lives up and does
North
a lot of
Bergen
gigs
County?
in New Hope
Oh,
Oh,
and,
okay.
and Lambertville up this area.
oh.
So
He actually has a wedding band now. Did you hear that? Sam Ryan has a wedding,
Yeah, he's got a
wedding
wedding
band.
he's got his
we
hands
had a
in everything.
little secret information that we heard today, but we're not really allowed to divulge it. I'm just going to say a certain son of a certain very famous musician does songwriting in Lambertville at an undisclosed location.
I see.
There aren't many of them.
Yeah.
Lambertville's very small.
Well, didn't
Oh, she said, "Don't say anything."
O'Ree? Oh, that's right. We didn't say who it was. Matt O'Ree
That was a
taught
secret.
Sam Springsteen guitar, didn't he?
Yeah, Matt O'Reed.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was thinking about them. We have to have them back again.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Everybody, focus.
Have you not listened to this show yet?
when have we ever started? Why start now?
Focus. Focus,
I
Daniel
did
son.
listen to some of your shows on YouTube.
Oh, look
I
at that.
woke up and I was drooling on my pillow.
Ah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it sounds about right.
We put people to sleep before.
Right.
Sounds about right. So, okay.
I'm kidding.
Are you getting ready to record a new album or
There's a new. Well, I'm fleshing out some new material. Right?
Okay.
So,
how many CDs do you have already or records?
I've got 2, and then I have like,
Well, the live one too.
and
That's the
we
third.
did an incredible show at the bitter end,
Ah.
and when we got there, the guy was like, "Oh, if the I can't remember what his name was." He was stuck up in that little tiny sound booth made out of wood up in the corner, whatever. And he goes, "If this guy's there, pay him to record your set." I'm like, "Okay." So I looked at him and I go, can you record? He's like, "Yeah." I go, "I got a 8-piece band," and he's like, "Oof," and he goes, $120 for the 45-minute set. I go,
Wow.
"Where's the nearest ATM?" And I walked outside, and the village has changed so much. Like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
village where the village Vanguard was. There's a CVS, and it was so weird. I walked in there. I'm like, "You have an ATM?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's in the back." I'm like, just felt dirty.
Like
But
Rodney
anyway, but-
Dangerfield
but
over
100
there. Oh, it's in the back.
120 bucks in the guy's thing. Boom, we did this. So we've never released that, but I think we might release that. Yeah, it came out great. We mixed it was a
did.
16
That's
track
great.
recording for a 45-minute set at the bitter end, and it was an amazing night. It was a really great night.
That's cool.
That
That's a great
guy at
place.
the bitter end, and the guy that runs the sound at the cutting room,
Uh-huh.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I anytime I've ever been to them venues, the sound has always been
Perfect.
just spectacular.
Yeah. It should be.
Yeah.
It should
Well,
be.
but the bitter end. I mean, the bitter end's not that big a room.
No. No.
Then neither is the cutting room, but the cutting room is more, I think, adaptable for concerts.
I
given
think so
the, you know.
too. Yeah, bigger events for sure.
Yeah,
bigger events
but
for sure.
gosh, so all right, so this is going to be like an acoustic album.
Yeah, it's gonna be an acoustic album.
Okay. Whoa!
I need that.
Was it going to explode now or something?
Yeah, better not. But yeah, so the acoustic album. So I'm like I released 2 albums first really quickly, and then we did the live live show at the bitter end with that recording. But since then, I've written quite a bit, and I haven't just gone back to the studio and done it and sit down and flesh the stuff out enough. But I have about 30 tunes that I need to really work on and get them ready. I think like 15 of them are probably ready. And I don't know how you release stuff these days. I don't know if you release it one at a time or you put a limited, if CDs or if people still have CD players, or how do you release it? And then so I'm a little confused about that. Like, what would be the best option to?
Well, nobody. People are doing vinyl now before they're doing CDs.
Wow.
Really?
Because they don't even have CD, but it's a catch-22 because to do vinyl, to get a vinyl record pressed and with any kind of simple label on it,
Yes.
it's like $13 to $14 per
Album.
vinyl.
Yeah.
So if you order 100 or whatever, it could potentially become pricey.
Right.
Right.
And then that doesn't include shipping because there's only like 3 vinyl pressing plants in the United States.
Right.
Maybe more now, but there used to be one in Bordentown. I don't know if it's still there.
Huh.
In the old ocean, by the old Ocean Spray building there on Park Street.
That's true.
But so because I have a CD player on my truck, but my truck's a 2016, so I have one.
Right.
Cars today aren't even coming with
No, they're
CD
not.
players,
No.
and they don't sell them with stereos, or don't even sell. Do they even sell stereos anymore? I mean, where would you go to buy a
Right.
stereo
Because
system?
everything is connected through your phone.
Through your phone, or
Right.
yeah.
Everything's digital.
Yeah, I mean, how do you like, at least we come in here. First time I ever came in here, and for those of you watching on radio, there's a large white projector screen in this room, which you may have or may not have seen in pictures. First time I ever showed up here, Bruce was playing Rush live from like Columbia or something, and Bruce has speakers,
Right.
and the sound was. I looked. I think Claire you were with me, right? I looked at Claire. I was like, "Do you hear that? I hear angels." I was like, "Oh!" I one time I went up to Epic Records. I was asked to go up there and interview Judas Priest. So I go up there, and they took me in a room, and they sat me down. Now, Epic is owned by Sony, so they sit me down in a room by myself, and I'm like, where's all the other media? And they're like, you're it, dude. Whoa. They sit me in this room, and they give me a preview of the upcoming, soon-to-be-released Judas Priest album. And they have it on this sound system. And I was just sitting there like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. So I don't know how they get that today. I really don't. CDs cleaned everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Vinyl is too expensive. Everything's digital downloads and so I don't know what I know some people that they don't even. That's all they do is a digital album.
Right.
Well, that's what you have.
Right. That's
Right.
what
All his stuff is available on Apple Music and
all the digital platforms, Amazon, all the digital platforms. But
Right. So you could have like the Zeke Carey playlist,
Right.
But if you wanted to sit out back around your fire pit and say, you know what, I feel like listening to my disc.
Right.
What are you going to listen to it on your phone?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
not the
run
same
it through
thing.
your Bluetooth
No.
outdoor speakers.
Right.
It's just not
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
not the same thing. I remember the first time I actually heard a CD was I was living in Weehawken at the time and working in the city, and lived in a Victorian house, beautiful Victorian house up on Boulevard East with a view of the city and everything. It was incredible. But anyway, my landlord was downstairs, Tommy Vanino and Mika, a really nice couple, and he had this gigantic sound system downstairs, and we would hear because we were on the second floor, and they were our landlords, right? They had 15-foot ceilings, we had 10, but I mean, he was cranking this music so loud one night, and I just went down. I knocked on the door. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, like this. He goes, "I just got this thing called a CD player, and you have to hear this." It was like, I don't know, they had ratings like AAA or like DDD or something, the coding, and it was like it was something like Beethoven's Ninth or something, and he was cranking, and I was sitting there, and he goes, "Come in." So I walk in. I was listening to. You could hear every instrument like perfectly clean and separated in the mix, and I was, wow, this is. I was like, this is the future of music, I guess, whatever, and it was for a hot minute, right? So, 30 years, whatever it was, but
First CD I ever heard was Steve Winwood's Back in the High Life.
oh wow,
First CD I ever bought was Copeland's.
Stuart Copeland's.
No.
Oh,
Aaron
Aaron
Copeland.
Copeland's Fanfare of the Common Man.
Yes, Fanfare for the Common Man.
Yeah.
Because it was just so different.
Yeah.
And I could crank up my stereo, and it's like,
and
you know.
feel it.
And
Yeah.
Yes, and you could feel. Oh gosh.
I know.
Let's do some more music.
But isn't it funny though how many years later is that? And it's like, you know, where were you when you heard JFK was shot? It has
Right.
that music at least had that impact on me when I heard that CD and I heard the clarity and the separation and the mix and everything. I'm still talking about it, you know, however it was in the 80s, for crying out loud. I'm still talking about it like I remember it vividly, that it was that impactful, I guess. But I'll shut up now.
No.
That's
That's what you're
why
for.
you're here, man. Let's do another tune though. What do you?
Sure. Let's
do you guys
do,
wanna
I
do?
have a capo I need on this one, I think.
Go ahead.
This song is I don't know. Sometimes I like to test myself in the songwriting, and do something historical. I've done a couple different historical songs, maybe some too historical, but or I took too deep of a dive, and I couldn't get out, and I lose myself in the song. But anyway, but this song I read up about on the west side of Manhattan. You know, back in the day, at the turn of the century, all the ships came in from overseas, so they all had produce, and all the goods would come in to the west side, right by the West Side Highway. And the trains were back then; they weren't elevated yet, and they were on 11th and 12th Avenue, and they would do a slow crawl creep all the way up until it got to a certain point in Manhattan. And then it was underground, and you know they could pick up speed or whatever. But there was a stretch there for a good long time where locals were getting killed by these trains, even though they were going 2 miles an hour. People weren't paying attention, whatever. So over a span of a number of years,
They were looking at their phones.
yeah, exactly,
There's an anachronism.
right. But even back then, they couldn't. They were getting killed and maimed, and so the city made the railroad companies pay for a cowboy to ride in front of the trains with either a lantern at night or a red flag during the day, and to tell people, get out of the way, right? I mean, just as stupid as that sounds,
The British are
made
coming. The
them-
British are coming.
Right. You had to, they hired these cowboys, and their nickname was the West Side Cowboys. Now, there is George was the guy's name. I can't remember his last name, and his horse was Cyclone. So they took the last ride of the West Side Cowboys because the L was coming in. They elevated the tracks downtown, that part of town, so everything was elevated. So they were getting the tracks, so they don't need the West Side Cowboys anymore. So this song is called "The Last of the West Side Cowboys." that's a little bit of the background. When I got in from Phoenix. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry. We're right. When I got in from Phoenix, I didn't know what to think. Put up in this two-bit joint with nothing to do but drink. And hear my spurs, they jangle, walking on these city streets. But I'm the loneliest cowpoke you're ever gonna meet, 'cause I'm the last of the West Side Cowboys, working for that Hudson River Railroad line. Yes, I'm the last of the West Side Cowboys. Just me and Cyclone one more time. When Cyclone goes clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. It's driving me insane. At night I dream of a sunset on a far off and distant hill. But the morning finds me and I'm stuck in this city still. And I remember all those prairies and those wide open plains. Now I'm just a flag man, I'm stuck steering these killer trains. 'Cause I'm the last of the West Side Cowboys. So don't you get in my way. I swing this lantern all night long, and that red flag all damn day. When Cyclone goes clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, I'm pulling back the reins. 'Cause I'm the last of the West Side Cowboys. Yes, I'm the last of the West Side Cowboys.
Nice.
Acoustic Flannel.
And his
Here.
name was George Hades.
That's
or
it.
Hades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hayde.
Here on Rock On Radio.
There you go.
Excellent. So,
That's a
Cindy.
great story.
what are your intentions with my radio show? Excellent.
Good answer.
That's a
Good
good answer.
Good answer.
She is going to promote it. See, it must be that chair. People sit in that chair and they promote
That's a
it.
good chair.
She
That's
looks
where
like
Madison sits all the time.
There you go.
That is fantastic. Madison, actually, if anybody wants to send get well cards to Madison,
She just wanted to be dry. That's all.
It was nasty.
wow. Well, that's
I should
fantastic.
check the
So what?
radar.
And
It passed. It's gone.
it passed.
Oh, hooray.
It's by
What's the
home.
what's the temperature outside?
Now, oh gosh.
Probably
yeah,
30
right, let's
degrees
see.
less.
Yeah, maybe.
66 years.
Wow. It was 100.
Well, it was 69 when we walked in, remember?
It was 100 when we left Tom's River.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, it was 96 when Jersey City
you
this
mean,
day.
Tom?
It
Yeah.
poured last night, and I'm
Oh.
thinking, all right, that had to take it down a bit.
Mm-mm.
No.
No. It was
No.
soupy.
I walked out of the house about 10 minutes after that, and it was like soup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I tried telling them, we had a band call here last week called Escape the Hive. They're on Deco. They're signed to Deco Entertainment. And they're out in Arizona, and they're like, yeah, but it's a dry heat, and they're laughing about it, right?
Yeah.
Because today's high was only 105. I was like, well, we get up around 100 here in Jersey, except we have like 400,000% humidity
Yeah, so
Yeah.
true.
to go with it. So, what are you going to do with the material? I mean, are we?
I guess I'm going to release it digitally somehow. I just don't know when the actual drop date will be.
One of the other things that happens, and this is something I could never understand, and then I think it was either you or I think it was you explained it to me why they do it, or somebody told you why they do it that way. A lot of artists will release a single. Then several months, 6 weeks to 2 months later, they'll release another one.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll be like, yeah, well, I'm like, well, why don't you just put it all together and release it? Well, because if you release one at a time and space them out, then that brings the other one back into the algorithm.
Yeah. I've heard that.
And
I have a friend doing that.
or the
All
ones
about the
that come,
algorithm.
or,
All about the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then they change the algorithm, though. So you always have to be careful. And
Right.
different platforms have different types of algorithms. So
Yeah.
oh, and then I come in here and they're like, well, we're going to put out a 4-song EP, and then probably a couple months later we're going to put out another 4-song EP, and I'm like, why did you put out a full length? It drives me crazy.
Well,
The one person that I know that was doing it was doing, like you said, release one, then 2 months later release another, and stuff like that. And it was algorithm driven, I think. But he also, I think he had brought up a good point of contention. People's attention span with music right now is so small that if you release 4 or 5, they'll listen to the first 30 seconds or 20 seconds of the first one and then never hear the rest. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting because I do the same thing. I'm, we're patterned like that now, I guess. And so I could understand that. And that might be good because you might listen, like you said, you may listen to it again because it'll come back up again because all of a sudden, okay, there we go. It's that
or
rehash.
what else have they done?
Right, the rehash
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Which is kind of what I was talking with you about, Al, with the whole thing with the kids today. The kids, music isn't for. I've actually heard, and I'm going to try and say this calmly, so
I
I don't
know.
start to twitch. But people saying, "Oh man, I just wrote this song, man. I did using AI, and it was."
Steady.
that's a rabbit hole.
Oh,
But I
they
think
got some finger pointing.
I have
going
an
on there.
explanation for everything. My band's been together for almost 44. It's 44 years this summer. Our biggest hit on YouTube is like 30,000 views, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, it's
pretty
pretty
good.
good. Baby Shark gets 5 billion hits.
Yeah.
The kids at my school used to be, Baby Shark, write a chart for Baby Shark. I'm like, all right, Meanwhile, that's where it's at. Baby Shark.
Whatever's
Do,
catchy
do, do,
about
do,
it.
do.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have a good promoter, you might be doing it. Music is a labor of love. That's it. Labor of love. Do it
What-
for the art.
Well, why were you pointing at
I don't know.
this side of the room here?
Because you said
AI.
AI music. And
Yes,
and
so
I'll
I'll
let Zeke explain that.
You better explain.
I won't pontificate because when I first came out, I was like, same thing. And then because being a writer and then being having an idea of what a song should sound like, when you go to present your song to the band, to a bunch of guys that you want to play with, this is the way, this is how it goes. Follow me. This is how it goes. And then the drummer has to get the beat right. And then the other guitar player, how you hear it in your head is you have to wait for somebody else's interpretation, or because I don't like to tell people what really to play. I just like to hear, like, it should kind of go like this, and then that's it. But just to get it to that stage where you do a demo. Let's say hypothetically a demo, right? And you have to hire the studio. You have to lay out a lot of bread just to get that point across to those people. Where what I've done with AI is I'll upload an acoustic song with my lyrics and my music and my instrumentation as I tell it, and then it doesn't come back like a toaster and all of a sudden, oh, it's done perfectly. All of a sudden you're becoming the producer of that demo, I guess you could call it. And then if you get it to where you want it to sound like, it in a very quick period of time in relationship to the other way of doing it, I can just go ahead and I send them out and I go, I just wrote a new song. This is what it should kind of sound like. So they get an understanding of where your head's at, where it could be or not be. But for that as a tool, as a songwriter, is invaluable because I never had enough bread to go make an album. It's a lot of bread, and you push it out, and all this other stuff. And I've been in this business a long, long time, and not make a lot of money at it. You got to work hard for it, and lining up studios and people and scheduling and kids and all that stuff comes into play. And so for me, it's an invaluable tool that I can send to the guys and say, this is it. This is the new one. Just listen to it a couple times, and then when we get together, we'll play it organically and we'll develop it organically. At least they know what I kind of want to hear in my head. That is.
But you're
good.
still the artist of that.
That's true too. I mean,
It's just a tool at that point.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my vocal line. It's my
Right.
chord change. It's my melody. It's everything.
It's funny how it
You keep
mimics
saying
too.
organic. Why
It
keep
keep-
saying organic? Are you like a farmer in a farmer life?
I think what we do when we get
I'm
together as a
kidding.
band.
Now,
I joke.
now let
I
me.
don't really like the AI thing,
Right.
but it makes a perfect song every time. And you do sculpt it. You say no, not that. You type in this, and it is an invaluable tool for getting a finished demo. I'll admit that. But it's like ridiculous. Every song sounds ridiculous.
Right.
Now I can understand you using it to try to get your point across to your bandmates.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll give you that. But as far
As
Okay.
creating it.
when you go on stage, okay, with the whole band, and you got a drummer and a bass player, do you guys use a click track?
No.
No, why?
Because the drummer's a monster and can hold that
Drummer-
groove right down.
The
the
drummer is one of the
Amazing.
strongest people in the band.
But I bet you if you isolate everybody's tracks
Right.
in a live performance, somebody's going to speed up, somebody's going to slow down.
That's the beauty of it, though.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yes.
Ow!
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
kind of figuring that's what you were going to say, but since you were choking over there, I thought I'd spit it out.
I can choke over there too. It doesn't-
But that's why I call it organic. Because when we play,
Stop saying organic.
because I was in ShopRite
making me
today and I was
hungry.
buying vegetables in the.
Oh, you bought organic vegetables.
I didn't want to
Always.
say it, but anyway. But when we get together, like I said, like I'll never tell Al to play what part. Here are the notes you want to play. Every time we go out and play in front
It's
of
different
people,
every time.
it's different every single time.
But
and
that's because that's what we do.
Right.
That's
A lot
us.
of bands, and I've only been in one like that. They played the music exactly how the record was,
Right.
and that was the work. I mean, the people were nice people. I liked the people that I played with. That wasn't my thing at all, especially reggae.
Oh, yeah.
Reggae
Yeah.
is total groove.
I've
music.
actually been told to leave two bands because I didn't want to
play
conform.
play the
Right.
part.
No
was
for
that
note,
good.
no
Yes.
for note.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no fun there.
It's like if stay home and listen to the record.
That's
We're
what
here to
that's the
entertain
thing.
people.
And let a DJ play it then.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So, but my whole point with the AI thing. Now, I as I said, I understand you doing what you're doing. So, this is a song I wrote. This is what I had in my head. What can you do with it?
Right.
You know, I get that.
Right.
It's a starting point.
But
Right.
there are people who will sit down and write an entire. They don't even write it. They just plug in what they want, and AI does it, and then
Right.
they're out there taking credit for it. Listen to
Yeah.
this new song I created.
They actually just booted all those people off of YouTube.
Oh, really?
They did
Wow.
an entire
Well, because
suite
Suno doesn't want
'cause
to pay royalty.
they were
Yeah.
using all of their, like, people who were creating it based on
Right.
AI only and the tools, they got booted off of YouTube.
That's good.
So that was just like a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago that it came in that way. But and did you hear the UCF School of Arts and Communication?
Banning
The woman
AI.
got up there and was touting how wonderful AI is to people that see AI is going to destroy first the artists.
Mm-hmm.
It makes its own art. It makes its own music.
Yep.
So it's destroying the personal human creativity
Right.
of
I
someone.
agree.
If it's not just a tool, it's actually doing it.
Right.
And it's hard to distinguish between the two. And that's where they booed her and she didn't understand it. And then she said, well, you're the last generation that grew up without having any AI tools. And they all cheered. They were all like, yes, it was great.
That's right.
And she was baffled. She was totally baffled and didn't understand. She thought AI was a good thing. I said, but you're talking to artists.
Right.
Right.
You're taking their soul away. They're taking
Yeah.
their future away and what they're going to hopefully earn money doing.
Right.
So I thought that was really
I
interesting.
I did one song, and I put it in there and stuff like this, and I put it a certain way. And I'll never forget, we have this little thing that we do down in Seaside Heights every year, this little party in this backyard. And a Beach Fest, we call it. And I had it on my phone. I said, I just want you guys to listen to this thing that I just did. And it's all my music, all my lyrics, everything. It was a song I wrote about a beat-up old guitar. And I played it for a couple of people outside in my car, right, with the AC on. And their jaws were on the ground. They're like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So one of the guys knew somebody out in L.A. and goes, can you send me that? I'm going to send it to this producer out in L.A. So it was literally, it took me like a day and a half. It was my song. I already had the song, right? But it took me about a day and a half of going back and fixing it, and to get it where I wanted it, how I thought it sounded. And so he sends it to this producer out in L.A. And the producer hears it and goes, who is this guy? Is it his stuff? And is it his stuff? He goes, yes, it's his stuff. It's a demo in the studio, AI demo, but it's his stuff. It's all his original. What else is he doing? Blah, blah, blah. So he goes, do I have permission to send it to Keith Urban's manager? So this was like 2 days later after I sent this thing. And I'm like, but I told Barry, my friend Barry, I go, you have to understand that, it's AI musicians, and it's an AI voice. It's not mine, but it's my music. It's I've got it copywritten, and off it went. I never heard anything back. But I mean, I've been doing music since I was a kid, and trying to get stuff out there. And all of a sudden, 4 days after I got this thing, and I worked on this song first, some guy sent it off to Keith Urban's manager, and I'm going,
That all happened within
a week.
a week of you writing the song, though, didn't it?
No, I had the song for a while. I was messing with it a
you were
lot.
messing
I
with
wanted to get it to sound. This is my first attempt at using AI musicians to get a demo done. So, but that was pretty insane. I'm like,
Wow.
that happened like 4 days ago, and all of a sudden, this guy's from LA is like texting me the next day.
Wow.
I was like, wow, pretty weird. But yeah, I don't believe in doing releases of it, but as a tool to get a songwriter to get to kind of get to people's heads, like, this is where we're at right now. This is where it's at right now. And this is what I want you to listen like. But like I said, every time we play music in the Z Carey Band live, no matter what song it is, we do it different every single time. I think what we like to enjoy doing as a band is we like to make music happen in front of people for the first time, so it's new to us every time too, which is just it. If you're doing it right, it should bring joy. And if you're transferring the energy from the stage to the audience, even in some little way, then you did your job.
No, that's exactly it. And I don't care how much it's the wave of the future or whatever it is. You're not going to get that with AI.
No.
There's, I could go on for hours.
I know.
Unfortunately, we only
Yes,
have
you can.
two.
That's right. You only have 30 minutes left. So.
It sounds like
Do we really?
It sounds like
Well,
we
let's
might,
get to some more
35.
music.
I think Al's. I think it might be up for the music
Yeah.
I'll play
portion.
a song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play a song. I'm not going to give you a big, long explanation here.
Ah.
I'll give you a quick explanation. It's called Life is Complicated.
That's it.
Oh. Life can go from blue to gray on any given day. Try your best to be happy. Try to chase your blues away. Feeling good inside your mind. Just when you think you made it, suddenly you realize life is complicated. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Hey, 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 hey. Nothing lasts forever. The days they come and go. Dealing with all kinds of weather. Dealing with the ebb and flow. Oh, oh, oh. Life can go from blue to gray on any given day. Try your best to be happy. Try to chase your blues away. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Hey, 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 hey. So we live one day at a time. We cherish every precious moment. It's really all we get in life. We've just got to own it. Life can go from blue to gray on any given day. Try your best to be happy. Try to chase your blues away. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Hey, just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Just when you think you made it, life is complicated. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
That's so fun.
That's why they bring me.
Of course.
Fantastic. Good.
Now, or how do people find you on social
Oh
media
yeah,
and
we've been
stuff?
talking about all this
I
other
know.
stuff.
We have all
forgot
different
to
names
ask-
and stuff, but how do they?
Facebook, Instagram. We
You can find
promote-
Al. Al, where can you find all your stuff?
Albazaz at YouTube. Albazaz YouTube. Albazaz at
That's
Facebook.
B-A-Z.
B-A-Z-A-Z.
Okay.
It's really Bazaz, but for showbiz we say Bazaz.
Well,
Albazaz.
Pizzazz.
And
you got Bazaz.
Pizzazz.
yeah, something like that. Instagram Albazaz. Oh no, One Love. What is it? You gave me that handle. Al. One Love Bazaz or something.
Cindy's like, don't drag me
'Cause-
into
no,
your
no, you-
games here.
When I was setting up
It's my
Instagram-
birthday.
When I was setting up Instagram, you gave me the title Al One Love something. I don't know. Al Bazaz One Love, because reggae is really my thing, you know. But anyway, and Zeke Carey is all over the place on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere.
All digital platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon,
Yeah, my music's
Apple
on there.
Music,
Pandora.
Okay.
all the stuff. So we're out there with those two. You know,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, even with all that stuff, you put those albums out there, and you put them out in the digital world and all that other stuff, and you're getting like thousandths of a cent. Thousandths of a cent.
It's
So-
not about money. It
It's
really
not about.
No.
It's
It
not
can't
about,
be.
No,
It
but
can't
that's
be.
what I'm saying. It can't be. That's why. I mean, you're getting like 2,000ths
got
of a
watered
cent.
down. They
Right.
used to usually get publishing and money 40 years ago.
Yep.
You had like some kind of publishing deal, and maybe you made some money.
Mm-hmm.
People bought records. You made money as a writer,
Mm-hmm.
as an artist. Now,
Yeah. They say there's up to, what was a few years ago, someone quoted 60,000 uploads a day
Wow.
to the platforms. And now it's got to be at least
Yeah.
100,000 a
Right.
day.
So
A
it's
day.
so-
New music.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Well,
I remember when I did CD Baby,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got on there, blah blah blah, and I go, let me go check and see what's going on CD Baby. It was like 400 people that released an album
Yep.
that day.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I went, okay, well,
Crazy.
everybody was good. I listened to people. I said, good products.
Yep.
Good product. Tons of product.
Yep. Well, we have good tools now too. So
Yeah.
you're saying even they're using those tools,
Yep.
and they're able to produce their own, quicker, faster,
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
So
It's
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Also, you're not 20 years old trying to break into the music business.
there is
We've been
no
in the
music
music- there is
business.
no-
There is no music
Well, that's
business.
interesting.
Yeah.
There is no music business.
Well,
Yeah.
There's some kind of
A
business.
little bit.
have you guys, any of you, probably not, because you guys are from that different. Where are you from again? Now?
I grew up in Dumont, but I live in Glen Rock, Bergen County.
Okay, and you're in Tom's River
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Palmer.
There's a film out called "Listen Up, Trenton Makes Music."
I think I've heard of that.
Gentleman from right over here, named
Art
Art Varga, runs a film company called Running River Films. Actually, Listen Up won 2
Did it?
awards at the Trenton Film Festival.
Oh, very cool. Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's a book about, or it's a film about, Trenton music from the 60s through the 80s.
Oh, wow.
Now, as somebody that was part of that scene
Yeah.
from the early 80s on, like from 81 on, I actually go past that because my band I was in high school made the film because we were the only really teenage original band around.
Nice.
Right? So we had that, and then the bands were. But if you were a musician in this area, Lambertville, Trenton, Ewing, Burlington County, you could play 7 nights a week.
Oh, yeah.
Just in Trenton
We
alone.
did play
Wow.
7 nights a week. We played 8 shows in 7 nights. No discipline.
sometimes.
We actually played at Smitty's Kicks. Did you remember
Oh,
that?
did you? Smitty's
Yeah,
Kicks?
Bob Smith, yeah. Smitty's Kicks.
Matter of fact, that's why when you said no discipline,
Played there for years. And people that played there used to cover our songs. We had a song called Roll It Up, And this kid comes up to me one night. We're playing at Smitty's Kicks, and he goes, "I hope you don't mind. My band plays Roll It Up." I go, "Go for it, baby." He
Well-
goes, "We love that song."
the band I'm talking about that wrote all originals, 1 block down and
Yeah.
2 houses in is where we used to practice
Oh,
as
wow.
kids from Smitty's
Yeah,
Kicks.
Smitty's
Wow.
Kicks.
So, but it was all about back in that day. 'Cause when you said no discipline, I'm going to have to go back and look now. Tommy
Oh,
Croy,
yeah, we've been around forever.
Tommy posts all the old newspaper ads from when, like, you would
Oh,
open
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
Trentonian newspaper and
Yeah.
there'd be business card
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
size ads of all the bands playing at all the different venues. And he posted one of them was no
We
discipline
would
at Smitty's
pack
Kicks.
at Smitty's Kicks.
That's why I'm thinking when you said that name, and then I just put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Did you know Jeff Gunther at all? Do you
Oh
know?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
Jeff
know
Jeff was
Jeff.
on here.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
we had him in one
He's a
time.
good
Yeah.
friend of mine. He's a
Yeah.
great guy.
Jeff played. He's in the film because he played with Ernie
yeah.
White and
yeah, he
Wind.
played.
and-
He was part of the Trenton scene, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
yeah.
Was Pete Bremy down there too, doing the same thing? Pete?
Yep.
With Vanilla Fudge now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yes, he was. So, but in the film, it talks about how you can make a living as a musician.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you were playing that. You could play 7 nights a week. Just in the Chambersburg section of Trenton, you could play 7 nights
That's
a week.
great.
And it takes you on a journey, and it's so well done. The film from the beginnings of, and it all came about because my friend Frank Pinto had done a song 40 years ago that Tom Cunningham, the DJ, saw a photo of it. He came across a photo at home and posted it on Facebook, and that's what gave Art Varga the idea to put this film together.
Oh, wow.
It was like a Live Aid, like
Yeah,
compilation of all the different
cool.
musicians at the time that he wrote that song, and then they brought everybody back again. That
So
had
he
done the
brought
original.
everybody back to
Yeah.
write the song. I
Very
think
cool.
out
That's
of
cool.
the 10 people involved, there were only like 7 in the area or
Mhm.
6 in the area.
Yeah.
About 40 years ago.
But
Yeah, but it was cool. It was
So-
really good.
it was it was a very well done film. If you ever get a chance to see it,
But you make a good point though too, and you can make a living playing live, right?
Right.
And you think of all these, even the big guys now that are out there on tour, all the big names that we grew up with that they're out on tour right now. They have to go out because
Yep.
they're not making any money off their recordings either. They have to make money
Live shows.
playing live shows.
they make the money off the live shows and the merch.
Merchandise,
And the
yeah.
merch,
And
right.
Merch.
Yes.
And if they have placement in a movie.
Right,
Right.
right. But
Yeah,
that's
and licensing.
you're forced to go out
Mm-hmm.
and make money that way because the other way digitally,
Yep.
squazoo.
Maintain
Yep.
the name too. So it's the
Yeah.
only way to get the name out.
Right.
Yeah.
How much time we have left, Claire?
For you, 25.
Let's do another song.
All right, let's do another song. Any song that you have in mind, Mr. Pizzazz?
How about let's do California? That's my favorite song. He doesn't want to play California.
You know, song California. I literally wrote on stage. I used to run an open jam, like an open mic, but it was more of a jam thing. So you'd come in and I'd put people together with other musicians, and you'd play a song, but with a full band, right? So I did that for 22 years up in Oakland. I ran that thing for 22 years. We did over 1,000 shows doing that up there.
Nice.
And it was great because you saw a lot, like you said, music scene, right? I mean, like down here, the music scene, you meet a lot of musicians, right? Over 22 years, I met a lot of people. And, I wrote this on the stage one night. It was like Wednesday night or something. It just came to me. Like sometimes those lightning bolts came to me. And I went home and I wrote it. And, it's a funny story, about this song. It's one of the most popular digital downloads that I have is California.
a great song.
So I'm standing in line one day at this convenience store in downtown Pompton Lakes, right? And this guy's behind me. I'm like second or third in line or whatever at this convenience store. This big guy's behind me, a black leather vest. It looks like a biker guy. And he looks at me and goes, "Do I know you?" I got to know her. Like he taps me on the shoulder, you know. I'm like, I don't know. Do you? I don't know. He's like, "You a musician?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I am a musician, yeah." Then he goes, "You used to play up at Jigs's up on Route 23, Jigs's Music Saloon?" And I go, "Yeah, I did used to do that." And then the guy goes, "Are you the guy who wrote that song, California?" I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. And I just looked, my mouth dropped. I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I used to go and I used to see you play that song." This is a little too much information he gave me. The next thing he goes, "I sung that song in the shower the next day when I woke up. It stuck with me all night. And I was singing California in the shower." So now I'm envisioning this biker guy taking a shower singing California. It wasn't a good visual. But at the same time, it was like, wow. It's like you don't realize when you throw it out there into the universe, and you're on a stage somewhere, you put yourself out there, and all of a sudden, you know, and it was like 2 or 3 years after I was stopped doing it up there. I wasn't doing it at the time anymore. I go, "Yeah, I just played up there like 2 years ago." He's like, "Yeah, is there any way I can get a copy of that?" And whatever. I'm like,
I saw that guy. He still sings it today.
"But were you in the shower with him?"
And
Which
That-
way were you
shower.
facing?
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't. in the show.
I like that. Right.
Good science.
He looks really good because he faces straight ahead. It all comes around. Anyway, it goes something like this. I've been trying to remember just what happened late last night. It gets cold here in December, so I guess I'll just lay down and fight. 'Cause I've been trying to forget you, with all you're doing, all you're saying. don't matter what them papers talk about, they're gonna say what they wanna say. California, California, I gotta get back to that state. 'Cause I've been looking in the mirror and things ain't turning out so great. California, California, I gotta get back to that shore. 'Cause I don't like the way this ended up with you walking out my door. I've been trying to forget you, with all you do and all you say. And it don't matter what them papers talk about, they're gonna say what they wanna say. And I've been trying to remember all those thoughts left in my head, and the way you slam the back door, way we tussle in our bed. California, California, I gotta get back to that state. 'Cause I've been looking in the mirror and things ain't turning out so great. California, California, I gotta get back to that shore. I don't like the way this ended up with you walking out my door.
Acoustic Flannel here on Rock On Radio.
Thanks.
Great song.
Fantastic.
Nice. And under Spotify, when you or any of the platforms, what are you uploading under? Like what?
Z Carey.
Z Carey.
Just Z Carey. Yeah. If you say, "Hey Siri, play Z Carey," or "Hey Alexa, play Z Carey," it'll come up.
Nice.
You get 2 albums worth of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Now,
I knew that was going to happen.
That,
Spotify is answering you.
oh, it's Siri. That
Oh,
was
Siri
That was
asking
Siri asking me, like, yeah, I can't do it right now. You're gigging.
Nah. That's great.
thought you threw
She's
that on the
temperamental.
ground over there
I thought,
earlier.
it's always
She's
listening.
getting back at you, that's why.
I guess.
Neglecting
Now,
her.
so Maria,
Yes.
working with your husband,
We're just having fun. We're not married. We're just having fun.
Your man.
working with your significant other,
Yes. Yes.
could tend to be interesting.
Never an issue. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's writing songs for her to be able to sing.
Yes.
What a better partnership is
Yes.
that, man?
Well, because
Makes it a lot of fun.
I've
I
had-
know. I would love that.
She
That'd
cooks,
be-
I clean.
I've had
Okay.
people,
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I've had people on this program who were in a situation such as this, where it was
Yeah, it will cost them their marriage.
not that they, well, some probably, but
Ike and Tina Turner.
correct.
True.
But there's a lot of times, like one woman came
He
on
was an
here and
idiot, though.
said, I can't sing the lyrics that he wants to write. I need to write my own. If I'm going to sing them, I need to feel them.
Right.
So, there was that dynamic of they sounded great together, but there was always that,
Tension.
I guess that's a good word.
Artistic tension.
Artistic differences, maybe?
Well, write her own song then. No,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Then you have to write your own song.
Right.
If, like, I don't care, woman, man. If
Yeah.
you're going, Zeke, I like your song, but I'm going to write my own lyrics to that song. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
that
what are
doesn't
you
make
talking
any
about?
sense.
Well, how many times you as a songwriter, how many times you come up with the music, but you don't know what lyrics to put to it?
Never.
Well, then you're a rarity, my friend.
He's a
No,
machine.
my writing process is pretty intense. It's like
Like a
it's-
camping trip?
It's a camping trip.
Intense? Yeah.
It's intense, yeah.
Boy. Where's a drummer when you
Is
need him?
Milton Burrow somewhere in this room?
Ba-dum-bums.
No, like, I write lyrics and music together. So it's never like I write the music and then, hey Zeke, want to write lyrics to this?
Yeah, that never happens.
No, I write I'm a songwriter. That's what I do. And that's what Zeke does too. Maybe I'd call him and say, what do you like better? This, or this. And he's like, number 2 is better. 2's better. That's a little more flowy. But like if I was in a band and like if Maria went, well, I like your song, but I want to sing my own lyrics to it. Well, I'll tell you what, in this band, I'd probably say, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yes, and
Because
I
then
don't
it's
write.
more like
No, but it's
improvisation.
never
I
an
think
issue
what
for me.
right, but I think you misunderstanding what I'm saying. Like I have a buddy who
Yeah.
loves to write songs,
Got it.
but sometimes he'll have like a melody
Yes.
will come to him like it
Absolutely.
does with you, and he's like,
Absolutely.
God, now I got to put lyrics to that.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
What do I need to do?
Yeah.
Right.
Or same thing with lyrics, or these lyrics will pop into his head, and he's like, yeah, but I can't think of how to make them fit.
Or a melody. There's something just
right.
pops in, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Correct. And you can't, you some
right.
people
Yeah.
can't just.
Right.
Then there are the other ones who sit down and they're like, in 15 minutes,
That's me.
I got the lyrics and the
That's me.
He does it for breakfast every day. He eats songs every day.
There was a
Every day.
time when I literally wrote 200 songs in 200 days. I'm not kidding. And they were pretty good songs, I mean, I would wake up, have a cup of coffee right before school, and sit down with the guitar and just be like, that's pretty good. When am I going to do that, I just come up with a riff, and then I'd have the notebook here, and it would almost be, I forget what they call that, when you're just writing. It
Stream
has
of consciousness.
like a stream of consciousness like that. And I'd be like, that's a good song. Now I got to go teach the kids.
But,
Second
and
cup of
I've had
coffee.
songwriters come on who say, that they've worked on a song on and off for a couple of years.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that,
And then
too,
there's
yeah.
others that said that those
I wrote
same
in 10
songwriters say,
minutes.
and the one I wrote in 10 minutes is the one everybody loves.
Yeah.
So
That happens.
Sometimes you get struck by lightning and it falls right out of the pen. Other times you have to coax that ink out of that pen.
that's true.
Yeah.
We have time for another tune, Claire?
Do we?
Yes.
Well, you want to go surfing?
Sure.
We have 12 minutes now.
Okay.
Okay, we got a song called "Let's Just Surf."
It's for the summer.
Nice.
Kind of gives you an
Dick Dale inspired?
Yeah. No. Yeah, let's just forget about everything and let's just surf. Let's just forget about everything. Let's just surf. Find a little wave on a little beach somewhere. Paddle out, ride 'em in, paddle out, do it again. Let's just forget about everything. Let's just surf. Jazz musicians, politicians, even cardiac physicians. Surf. Bartenders, ice cream vendors, even big old money lenders. Surf. School teachers, preachers, even public platform speakers. Surf. Dairy farmers, .comers, even them boys on stealth bombers. Surf. So let's forget about it. Let's just forget about everything. And let's just surf. Let's Let's just forget about everything and let's just surf. Find a little wave on a little beach somewhere. Paddle out, ride 'em in, paddle out and do it again. Let's just forget about everything and let's just surf. Blonde-haired beauty, this guy's named Rudy. Even cops on or off duty. Surf. Cartoon artists, flower and florists, even them boys from Philip Morris. Surf. Home inspectors, toll collectors, even cellular phone connectors. Surf. Well, boys, girls, women, and men, they paddle out and do it again and surf. So let's forget about it, let's just forget about everything, let's just surf. Let's just forget about everything, let's just surf. Find a little wave on a little beach somewhere. Paddle out, ride 'em in, paddle out and do it again. Let's just forget about everything, let's just surf. Oh, yeah, let's just surf. Yeah, let's just surf. Here we go. Let's just surf.
I knew that had a cold ending coming.
I like
That's
that
another one
cold
from Al.
ending.
That's
That's a
another-
cold ending, man.
That's great.
There's also about 12 other verses, but
That's so great.
I kept it short for radio.
Good.
I like the one, even those guys on stealth bombers. Surf is great.
I left out a Rasta man, a Yankee fan, even Ollie, and even Stan.
Surf.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
a pretty good one.
I like that one.
There's websites and everything again.
Yeah.
Albazaz on YouTube.
Albazaz YouTube. It's like Albazaz 7500, whatever that means. And then No Discipline. If you type in No Discipline on YouTube, there's quite a few videos. We played on Long Beach Island for literally 40
Wow.
years, and every night, we'd be driving. We'd play Tuesday up north,
Wow.
Wednesday up north, Thursday LBI, Friday LBI, Saturday Philly, Sunday back to LBI,
Wow.
just every night of the week. And
Wow.
it's now everybody's old, but the Jamaican guys can still handle it. They're great.
They're awesome.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're
Awesome.
They're journeyman musicians, and the reggae thing. Once we kick it, it's great. People
goes.
love it. They dance, and it's a good vibe. But Z Carey band, that's my band now.
Yeah.
No Discipline's hanging in there. We have a few shows, maybe half a dozen this summer, but we used to have 40.
Well, go ahead. And do you guys have anything coming up?
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, when is this airing? This is airing
Sunday.
Sunday.
So
So
Memorial Day
Saturday we
weekend.
have something, but the next time we're playing out is June 6th up at the New Jersey's oldest roadhouse, the Great Notch Inn on Route 46.
Oh,
That's a great
nice.
place.
In Little
That is a good
Falls.
Great
place.
place.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the size. It's half the size of this studio,
Mm-hmm.
and it was moved across the street in the 30s from Rich Hempel, who's the owner. Moved across the street in the 30s, and they just went through this major reconstruction where Route 3 and Route 46 meet,
Mm-hmm.
and everything got eminent domained except their place. They fought it
Oh.
and they won. It was like, remember that Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Mhm, yeah,
when they when they wanted to build the big skyscraper right there,
That's right.
and he had to like cut out a little hole.
I
with
just
Bugs
saw that
Bunny
one
on it.
this morning.
I love
Love that one.
When he
love
kept
that
taking
one.
the bricks off the.
and so it's kind of like that. So they built everything around him. So he's there still,
Great.
and it's
Wow.
it
And
just got.
now he has a nice parking lot.
He's got a nice parking lot, and he just got. I mean, the Great Notch Inn just got. USA Today did something. The best top 100 dive bars in the country.
Wow.
And he was way up.
And
on,
all the
on
kids
top
are
of the
coming
list.
now from
Yeah.
Montclair State College.
Oh,
and all
nice.
that.
Okay.
He said
So
ever
we
since
have a
that,
nice young audience.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
ever since that article came out, he goes the weekends slamming.
Wow. That's great.
And it was more predominantly for a number of years. It was more of a biker party. Every time you go by, there's 20, 40 bikes out there, blah 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 blah,
Not
during the
anymore.
day. But it's turning over now, so it's almost becoming just like a go-to, like oh, it's a kind of like a hip place to kind of go to and check out. And it's been run the same way forever. and Rich and his sister are
It's fun.
fantastic
awesome.
people.
What was that other club up there? Used to blues club, Stanhope House.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They closed.
closed.
Closed
Did that
up.
finally
Yeah, we
close? Because I
played
know they
there.
had a big Save the Stanhope
Yeah,
House.
no, they didn't was able to.
No.
I actually had one. I played one gig there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Year-
we played.
years
We
ago.
played a couple
We played
gigs
there
there.
a few
It
times.
was it was a great place, and the sound system was great. The sound guy was great, but it was just. It's tough to drive people out of like that Bergen County out there
Yeah,
to the
it's a lot,
come
it's a
come see us
haul.
45 minutes away. You know, it's
Right.
in a really cool venue. But
Was it that far from you?
Stanhope.
It was up by Giant Stadium, though. wasn't it?
No,
No,
Stanhope
no.
is the other way.
way out
Yeah.
west.
Yeah.
Take
That's-
80 and go west.
Yep.
I did play
Like
at
by
Giant
Hope.
Stadium. I just like to throw.
Oh,
that
he
Oh,
opened, yeah, they opened
cool.
up. They opened up for Springsteen
We
at
opened
Giant
up for
Stadium.
Bruce Springsteen.
Did you?
Cool.
Yeah.
We played on the boardwalk stage, which is basically in the parking lot, but it was a big stage. And then they comped the whole band tickets to the show, and it was
Cool.
great. And the phone rang, and this guy said, "Hi, it's Ron Vandermeen from Giant Stadium." And I go, "All right, who is this?" We love No Discipline. Would you like to open for Bruce? I
Very
said,
cool.
"Yeah, definitely."
Oh, wow.
And so we ended up. The best part of the gig was that our name was up on that Giant Stadium.
Yay.
Bruce Springsteen with special guest No Discipline.
It's pretty wild, right?
Awesome.
Pretty wild.
That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
That was a great.
What
gig.
year was that?
Oh, 2007, I think, or
Okay.
2009. I can't remember. It's all melting together. you know?
True.
It was great though, and everybody, a big band, I put big 10-piece band together. Everybody came and played. It was, and then I got great reviews, and then I texted Ron a couple of times. He blocked my number
Oh.
because I guess he's a busy guy. He manages the Giant Stadium,
Right.
and he was like, well, "Yeah, we're done with you. That's
Yeah.
it. Good job, but that's enough."
Now leave us alone.
Yeah, good job. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I think it was email. I think he just wasn't answering my emails anymore. And
I don't answer.
I
emails
actually
either.
taught with his sister in the Glen Rock school system, Jill Zittman, and she's like, "Yeah, I told my brother to hire you guys." Like, "Oh, I love you." She was like, and
Nice.
He goes, "I used to see you guys at the Tide Bar. That was packed and great on Long Beach Island." I said, "Yeah, it was us. That's us."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool.
So, what's next?
We're just getting.
76 House. We got a bunch of shows.
We do have a couple shows coming up this summer. We're trying to break into more of the Asbury Park kind of area scene now that we're down there, living down there closer. So I kind of want to get out and put some stuff out in Asbury, and just locally. You're driving north. I mean, it's crazy when you're entrenched into a music scene, and I was in northern New Jersey for at least 2 decades up there, and to come back down and now to break into a new music scene
Not easy.
is
like,
not
yeah,
easy.
not easy
People
at
don't know
all.
you. They're like, I've got, I'm booked. People book me for the whole year up there, like every 8 weeks and stuff like that. And I'm known up there. But you come down and nobody knows who you are. You're just another Tom, Dick, or Harry. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so do I just not go to that music scene anymore, or do I start here? And you can't not go to the music scene that you established. I mean,
Right.
it's only an hour and 20-minute drive. You suck it up and you go up there and you have some fun.
Right.
Because again, what we do live is such a cool thing, where like we never play it, any of the songs the same way twice. And when we do cover songs, we do them our own way. We do them like
They sound like originals.
they kind of sound like originals. They kind of sound. We put our mark on them, right? How we want to do them, and it even once during the night, if you can walk off that stage or the floor where it's designated a stage or whatever, if you can walk off that area where you just performed in, and you're about a 16th of an inch off the ground, then that's what it's all about. Because that feeling of connection and with your musical partners and the interaction with the crowd that's getting it and digging it, there's nothing better. I mean, there's literally nothing
Well, I can
better.
actually think of a couple of things that are better, but it's a G show.
That's true. Well, yes, but it's
It's close.
I love it. Because sometimes you feel it's even that 32nd of an inch, you just feel like lifted.
Yeah, this band is really
Lifted.
tight, and everybody can read each other where we're going and everything.
Yes.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
So you've also you did I see you did with Redbird down in
Yeah,
Albert
yeah.
Hall,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And
Oh,
then
Yeah, we go down. We
Yep.
play down
and
there.
Cafe Artiste.
Cafe
where
Artiste.
some
My cowboy
artists-
hat.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were big in that before COVID. So yeah.
Yeah, it was that's a great little venue.
Oh, it is, totally.
Cafe
We
Artiste.
just love to play,
Love.
really.
Yeah,
It's
that's
basically it.
good. Nice.
And she's really great, Janet. It's
Oh,
just
she
a
is.
sweetheart.
She's great.
Just
I used
a
to run the
sweetheart.
sound before COVID.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, Janet.
I know.
Another
we
one
miss
that's
her.
broke my heart.
Aw. You'll get over it.
Well, apparently I have to.
No, we used to do it weekly. It
I
was every
adore
week
Janet
we have it.
Rothstein.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, she's
I
great.
adore Janet.
Yeah.
She's absolutely
she
she's
is
a doll.
fantastic.
Really nice lady.
Yeah, she really is.
How we doing here?
I think
We're
that's
out
You're
of
done,
time.
baby.
All right.
Peace.
Well, guys, thank you for making the trip here to the Hinterlands.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you
us.
Thank
for
you for
having
having us.
us.
Really appreciate it. Dan.
Cindy, any
Claire.
last thoughts?
She wants cake.
Happy
She wants
birthday,
cake. We gotta
Cindy.
go get her cake.
To you.
She wants cake.
You know, and I feel that if we ever did karaoke, I would want to do you.
Yeah, you do our song.
Perform so much that I feel I know every word, and I like to dance. I'm usually the dance. I start the dance.
Yes, she does. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
There you go. Fantastic.
Thanks again.
All right, guys, once again, Acoustic Flannel, the acoustic side of the Zeke Carey Band, and Zeke Maria. And Al, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Producer Claire, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next week we have, I think we have a,
Mystery guest.
yes, we have a mystery guest next
Oh.
week.
So mysterious, we don't
We
even
don't even know who it
Ooh.
is. So, until next week, rock on!